Hey y'all, what it is, bitch. So today is my 200th day sober, like a whole 200 days. I think this is the longest I've been sober since I was under the age to drink, to be honest. And I'm just gonna talk about my changes that I've noticed not drinking at all, any alcohol whatsoever in the past 200 days. Anybody who doesn't know, I stopped drinking back on January 20th because I almost died of a pancreatitis attack. Basically, alcohol had infected my pancreas and I had sepsis in my pancreas, and I basically almost died because of my long time alcohol use. And by long time alcohol use, I mean for like 7 years I drank every day. And towards the end of my alcoholism, like all last year, I drank about 2 bottles of wine a day. And then like on the weekends, I drank a whole bottle of vodka. So basically like 10 to 12 drinks a day. It was horrible. Like sun up, I was drinking. I would drink. I even had to drink before I eat breakfast, y'all. Like I would wake up and give me a glass of wine instead of a fucking piece of toast. Like it was that bad. But if you haven't seen my body, you guys on my community tab, you can go see. But yeah, I'm gonna post a picture at the end of like the physical changes. But I'm just gonna talk about my mental changes and just life changes. Because life changes when you get sober and you're a fucking addict. Whether it's crack, whether it's alcohol, but especially alcohol, because alcohol is fucking everywhere. Like it's almost like you gotta tell somebody you don't drink, almost like you gotta tell somebody you got a kid. It's like every time I feel, when I tell someone don't drink anymore, it's almost like I feel like I'm about to tell them I have a child, because I've gotten ghosted for being sober, you guys. There's been guys that claimed they wanted to date me, that we would make a date, and then they magically disappear after I tell them that I'm sober. And I don't even tell them the reason. I don't go into the details of how I almost died and blah, blah, blah. I literally just say, I don't drink anymore. I'm sober. Does that bother you? And usually they make an excuse not to see me. And it used to really bother me. It used to really piss me off. But now I realize if this motherfucker rather date a drunk bitch, he doesn't need me anyway. I'm above being a drunk bitch now. I'm Olivia bitch, not a drunk bitch. But yeah, let me talk about some changes I've noticed personally since I've been sober. Of course, weight loss changes. I've lost about 40 pounds and the weight keeps falling off of me because I'm not stuffing my mouth with poisonous alcohol that's making me bloated, so fucking bloated. The only reason why I look kind of bloated right now is because I'm on my period, not because I'm stuffing my fucking face with wine every few hours, okay? So the weight is falling off, and all I'm doing is walking in my neighborhood, walking my dog, eating healthier, obviously not drinking any soda either. I'm diabetic now, so I really have to watch my sugars, not really eating sugars, and the weight is falling off. So that's the first great positive, change of being sober. Also, dating. Even though I do get ghosted a lot of the times by being sober, because people just can't fathom a girl my age who's 28 not drinking, because that's just so boring to some niggas, to some motherfuckers. But dating is better because you know why? I actually can see the bullshit quicker than I used to when I was a drunk bitch. When I was a drunk bitch, I just let dudes walk all over me, way worse than I do now. Okay, I used to let dudes walk all over me. I used to go out on dates with dudes I wasn't even attracted to just to get free drinks, because alcohol gets expensive, and of course I didn't always have the money to just go buy a bunch of bottles of wine or vodka, and I would just go on dates with ugly motherfuckers just to get free drinks. I don't have to do that now. I actually go on dates with hot, sexy white guys, hot, sexy Latinos, hot, sexy Asian dudes, because I want to, not because I want to get a free drink, because I'm desperate and I'm an addict and I'm shaking. Okay, so that's another change. And plus, if a date doesn't go well, usually it's because the guy's an asshole or we just didn't have any chemistry, not because I made an ass of myself because I was too drunk and I drank too much, or the guy thought I drank more than him and it was a turnoff. So dating has actually been better because usually if the date doesn't go well, it's because there really wasn't any chemistry or the guy was a complete fucking douche, not because of me being a drunk buffoon. Another good thing about being sober is I actually look forward to waking up. So when I was drinking, I did not look forward to waking up. Waking up meant hangovers. Waking up meant I don't know how much I'm gonna vomit. Waking up meant, oh my God, I ran out of wine last night. How am I gonna wake up and not have the shakes? Waking up was scary to me when I was drinking, you guys. I'm about to get emotional. Because when I was drinking, a lot of the times I didn't want to wake up because, the only thing I liked when I was drinking was waking up to more alcohol. And that was the only thing I liked about my life at the time. And now that I'm sober, I have way more things to wake up to. And I'm actually happy to wake up without a hangover. I'm happy to wake up without a migraine. I'm happy to wake up without being scared that I'm gonna vomit my guts out. And I'm not just holding on to life because there's wine. I'm holding on to life because I know I'm strong enough to do life without alcohol. I'm strong enough to deal with my emotions now. I know that I'm actually capable of dealing with my emotions without getting so fucked up that I pass out. I can go to sleep now without passing out because I done drank fucking a whole bottle of wine. I can actually eat food and actually taste the food and not just eat food because I'm hungover and I'm trying to get rid of my hangover. It is so much better to not be a current addict. It's so much better to not be a drunk than to be a drunk. And if you would have asked me last year if I would have stopped drinking, I would have been like, hell no. Because if I wouldn't have gotten sick, y'all, I would still be a drunk bitch because I was so lost. Drinking was the only thing that made me want to wake up in the morning. Drinking was the only thing that made me want to go on dates. Drinking was the only thing that made me want to fucking live in life. Because I felt like I wasn't strong enough to live in life without being a drunk. I was so mad at myself that I wasted my early 20s in abusive relationships, and I drank over that. I drank over the fact that I was in a bad car accident and it caused me to have PTSD and panic attacks and I barely drive. I drank over that. And now I realize that I can get through that shit. I've been able to drive without being tipsy. I've been able to go on dates without being drunk. I've been able to have more, I wouldn't say a full-on relationship yet, but I've been able to get closer to a relationship as a sober person than I was as a drunk. I'm just so proud of myself that it's been 200 days of not drinking myself to death. I would have never stopped, you guys. I would have never stopped until I actually would have died. And I almost came close to dying earlier this year, back January 20th. And I can't believe it's been already 200 days that I have not put that poison fucking Pinot Grigio, fucking Pinot Noir, fucking Smirnoff vodka in my system. That used to be my drinks of choice, honestly. And I'd be lying if I said I never had urges. Of course I have urges. When I have horrible days, I'd be thinking, damn, I wish I had a glass of wine waiting for me at home. But the benefits outweigh being a drunk. The benefits totally outweigh it. I do not worry about when my next fix is gonna be. Okay, I do not worry about if I'm going to have liver failure. I've already damaged my pancreas enough. And I don't want to have to worry about my liver too. But anyway, guys, I'm just going to show you guys a picture of how different I look versus when I was drinking and now. And just thanks for letting me share. Thanks. Oh my God, like my stomach was horrible. It was like the worst part of my body. Now it's looking better. My thighs were horrible. They stuck together. Now they don't. My face was so fucking pudgy and oily. Now it's slim and sexy. And oh my God, this is just no words for this atrocity. Ew.